Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The numbers on the ground for Hunt a week ago. 9 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
They go play action now. Wilson. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Wilson. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive. And Kareem Hunt, the one to finish it off as he did so with a touchdown run. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
Up the middle they go. Metcalf. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. The numbers for him from a week ago, 21 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Oh, they'll try a jet sweep here with Higgins. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. There's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
So 8 yards on the completion there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And able to connect, incomplete. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll try the left side. Metcalf. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Burrow will throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this group, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On second down, right back to Hunt. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run with Hall. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. 7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get a second one.
Up the middle they go. Metcalf into the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
On first down, Metcalf, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call. Yeah, no question. He got to the QB late, CD, and that's going to get a flag every time.
Every single time. Because let's face it, the league is always going to have an emphasis on these calls. They want to take care of these quarterbacks who are in vulnerable positions when they're passing the football.
Taken down at the 42. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Wilson. Open man here is Conklin. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So that drive, 4 plays. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And in the end, it was Deontay Johnson's touchdown catch to cap the drive. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Cincinnati set to take over once again. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Metcalf. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf down to about the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Burrow to the right side and complete to Metcalf. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
On 2nd down now, Metcalf. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
McPherson's kick is good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. On second down, Metcalf. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Burrow. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. O.J. Howard from 10 yards out. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to try and go deep again. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Brings up second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3. It leaves him with 4th and 1. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bengals drive about to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They will throw on first down with Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. So we reach halftime here. And we'll move right through the break then. Skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Burrow. He'll find Metcalf and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
10 yards there and a Bengal first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And Malik Reed there to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 57 yards on the ground for him so far. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf, and he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
Hey, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him coming out of the backfield, breaking sharply, catching the football. It's going to take a lot more than one guy, most likely, to bring him down. That was a nice game.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Metcalf. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff up the middle. Metcalf calling a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Up the middle, and it's a fumble.
The running back, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
And we all know how talented this guy is, who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. Left side here, taken in by Metcalf. Touchdown! DK Metcalf. His 3rd touchdown and 5th of the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
14. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now it's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 2nd down now. And he loses the football a 2nd time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. Now Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The New York set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing is Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Wilson. Swings this out for Hunt. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Metcalf, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Metcalf. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Burrow going for it on 4th. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. On 1st down, Metcalf, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase from 19 yards away. And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Jets 14. Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Quick completion here to Johnson. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
To throw again is Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. To throw again on 2nd down, Wilson. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead down to 20. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the 4th quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
On 2nd down, Metcalf. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you